Okay, welcome back to another one of my baseball card collection videos. And this is my this is my current project. I'm in the process of trying to collect Mickey Mantle baseball cards, PSA graded, mid-grade. His career from 1951 to 69. I won't be going after the 52 Topps Mantle, and I've kind of changed up my collecting focus a little bit. I typically would collect PSA 7 or better in 50s and 60s cards, but Mickey Mantle, it's a different story. I basically decided that I'll be lowering my standards a little bit. I'm looking for anywhere as low as a 6 up to a 7.5. Centering is really going to be the key for me, especially in the lower grades. But anyway, let's get started. This one, some of these, or actually most of these you might have already seen before, but I got them all out because they're all the Mantles I have. Here's a 1960 Topps, which pretty much is a filler card for me at this point. I've had this ever since I was a kid. My uncle gave it to me. Terribly off-centered, and I did send them to PSA at one time to get graded, and they won it. I think it's been altered, or there's like a marker, or somebody wrote something on it. I don't know. But anyway, at some point I'll get a 1960 PSA graded. Looking for PSA 7 most likely, but really centering is the key. So if I see a 6.5 or a 6 with really good centering, I'll probably get that. So moving on, this 1960, here's 61 MVP card, which you've seen before in my other video, PSA 7. Here's 62 Topps, Mickey Mantle, and here's an example of me settling for a little bit less for the sake of affordability, I guess. This is a 6.5, but as you can see, it's very nicely centered. This card in 7 or better, I mean, that's a whole different league. I mean, you get these people that, in the 8s and 9s, and you're talking $1,000 and up. So I don't play in that realm. More or less just a mid-grade collection I'm trying to accumulate here. So that's a 62. Here's a 64, which I need to send into PSA, and this is in really nice condition. Unless there's something hidden or some flaw I can't spot, it's nicely centered. It's very sharp. At the very least, I think this one's a 6.5, possibly a 7, but we'll see. One of these days I'll get it off the PSA. Here's a 65 Mantle. Again, went for the 6.5 grade, but nicely centered. And this card, just in my history and looking at this card, it's hard to find one that's nicely centered. And usually when they are, they're big bucks. This one was reasonably priced, so I grabbed this one, and I was happy to get it for the price I got it at. Here's a 66 Mantle, PSA 7, which you've seen. Here's a PSA 7 68 Mantle, which you've seen in a recent video. And here's the combination card. This is a 7.5, PSA 7.5. And that's it. So that's the Mantles. And I'm going after the cheaper ones first. So, I mean, next on my hit list are 68s, or I'm sorry, 67s and maybe a 69, the 60, 63. Probably when I get down into like the 52 Bowman and the 53 Topps, I'll probably lower my standards a little bit more and go for like a PSA 5. But anyway, it's going to be a long process. Just kind of getting started on it. So here's what I've gotten so far. And if you're a Yankees fan, and you're definitely a Mickey Mantle fan, here they are. My current state of my Mickey Mantle PSA graded card collection, at least mostly. This one isn't, that one isn't. So more to come. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.